Hi everybody, welcome to another weekly ramble. I am your host, Scuba Steve. Let's dive into it. This week's topic is a grounded one. It's down to earth. It's got a serious undertone to it. Earlier this week it was reported that a man from Albuquerque drove 11 hours from Albuquerque to Austin, Texas, and broke into the home of Gavin and Meg Turney. Gavin is a co-founder of the Slow Mo Guys YouTube channel with over 10 million subs and current employee at Rooster Teeth, working in the Achievement Hunter department mainly. Meg Turney, former employee of Rooster Teeth and SourceFed, brilliant cosplayer. The two of them have been dating for quite a long time. Yeah, a disturbed man drove 11 hours from Albuquerque with a shotgun in tow to Gavin and Meg's home in Austin, Texas, breaking through a window and then proceeding to fire off one round while trying to find the two of them. The two woke and hid in a closet and phoned Austin Police Department, who arrived in about 4 minutes. Approximately 4 minutes as the intruder was leaving the property. Austin Police managed to corner him in the drive, apparently. And this is where reports get a bit conflicted. Some reports say that he was gunned down by Austin Police. Other reports say that he blew himself to bits with a shotgun. So either way, he's gone. He's done. It was revealed on his phone that there's a number of messages pointing to him having manifested a fondness of Meg, whilst at the same time having a severe dislike of Gavin. He reportedly wanted Gavin to die alone with no children. Now, this is a serious topic. There have been videos came up over time of people going to YouTubers' houses. Logan Paul even came across this incident. The guy who broke into Logan Paul's mansion, he's now spending the next 30 days in jail for breaking and entering into Logan Paul's place. Yeah. On top of that, you get IRL Twitch streamers who live stream jumping into YouTubers' properties. There was reports months back. This guy actually managed to get into the old Team 10 mansion in Los Angeles. A Twitch IRL streamer managed to hop the back wall into into Rice Gum's mansion. We've had the Sidemen report time and time again of people scouting their apartments or the Sidemen mansion here in the UK. And also Deji, Comedy Shorts Gamer, has even had to deal with the odd fan trespassing on his property. Let me make this perfectly clear. A YouTuber is a person like your neighbour. You're not going to walk into their home without their express permission. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to invite you to their home, because YouTubers see our home as you see your home. Your home is your escape from the outside world. It's your private space. You don't like people trespassing in your personal space and in your private area. We YouTubers are people with the exact same notions. We don't like people trespassing on our property or invading our personal space and invading our privacy. When we are at home, sure, a lot of us YouTubers, myself right now, we create our content in our home because we don't have the bottomless pockets that larger YouTubers have for fully fledged studios. Casey Neistat, for instance, I think is his. I believe Casey Neistat has a separate house to a studio. Rooster Teeth have complete studios, which are like renovated aircraft hangars. They have like 5 or 6 complete studios within their compound, which are made from which are basically renovated aircraft hangars. Philip DeFranco has his own studio. But for us smaller YouTubers, we make content in our homes, in our private spaces, because we don't have the money for that, for going out and getting ourselves like a secondary property to use for our business when we do eventually come to think of YouTube as a business instead of a hobby. Don't go to YouTubers' houses. We YouTubers, we don't openly walk up to your front door. Don't come to ours. We could have reservations about you coming to our front door, just as you could easily have reservations about us coming to your front door. It's a two-way street, and people need to understand that. The majority of people, they do, and props to them for understanding that. It's brilliant that they do understand that, but there is the odd person out there. Hell, there was even an up-and-coming YouTuber years back. She was a singer. I can't for the life of me remember her name, but she was killed at a concert that she was at. She was she was performing at a concert, and this really disturbed fan of hers ended up killing her at her concert. And no, we don't want to be scared to interact with our fans. We want to go to conventions like VidCon and RTX and Comic-Con. We want to be able to interact with our fans and be happy to have this kind of interaction, to have this kind of bond with each other. We don't want to be scared of our fan base. And the same goes in reverse. We don't want our fan base to be scared of us. But please, I implore you, don't go to YouTubers' houses. That's the best course of action. And that's the best advice to take away in this situation. Don't go to YouTubers' houses. There have been a smattering. Moving on, there have been a smattering of stories, most recent of which throughout the world is the Florida school incident. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll leave Jimmy Kimmel or other late night talk show hosts / comedians to make revenue off of that, as they would usually. Thank you, YouTube, for your double standards. There's only been minor developments with the KSI versus Paul Brothers situation. Comedy Shorts Gamer, Deji, and Jake Paul have met up. They've physically met up in a park in the middle of the night Jake Paul ends up bringing 2 pairs of boxer gloves, and he throws a pair down at Deji's feet, and he's like, "Come on, you walk the walk, now talk the talk. Let's box right here, right now." And it's like, dude, no, really? Why? This is just stupid how you're going about it. It's just completely stupid how you've gone about it. And to be honest, the entire situation, it makes them both look like asshats. It makes Deji look like an asshat because he could word all these conversations in a better manner to where he has always got the upper foot in the conversation, where he's always the one who lays the groundwork for the conversation and ensures that this is what happens in a conversation, that this is what's being said and this is what's being talked about and this is what the subject is being kept to. He's letting Jake Paul walk all over him in these conversations, to be honest. But Jake Paul, on the other hand, he's basically just acting stupid because it's what his audience expects him to be. Stupid. He's just playing to his audience's expectations because it's also because his audience is the. He's just playing to his audience expectations, and it's just become second nature to him. If anything, it is 110% natural to him because he is just a stupid wee prick. To put it bluntly. So there's been very little happening there. Don't think I need to touch on anything else this week. If you like this, feel free to give me a like. Hit me up with a comment below. Hit subscribe. If you enjoy the Nightcore a lot more, well, I hope you enjoy the Nightcore then. Because more's coming in the next few weeks. And I hope you enjoy what I've got planned. Until next time though, this has been Scuba Steve. Peace!